Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope that everybody is doing good. We know it's still early, but hope that your Sunday is starting off good, on a positive note. That everybody is, of course, staying blessed. You guys are staying safe and taking care of yourself out there. Welcome to the Queen Mimi Podcast on another episode of our Sunday Positivity Talk. And yeah, y'all, we was absent for another week or so, dealing with some stuff, still dealing with it, and just had to take care of some things and take another mental break. We did say we would be doing that, with everything that's going on, no matter what, we're gonna take care of ourselves first and make sure we good. So yeah, we was going through a little something. We'll get into that on another day. But just going through some things, getting things situated, straightened out, having a lot of revelations, if you will, and realizations about a lot of people and things in our life, including ourselves. So yeah, we already know now it's time to lock in, which we already did. Stay focused and just keep doing what we're doing. It's gonna happen slowly but surely, but we will get there. So with all that being said, we're gonna get into today's topic. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We be forgetting this stuff. That's one thing we got to put on our wall. We did not do that, but we got to put on our wall so we can make sure we remember. But yeah, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we're gonna be talking about various topics, not only on the Queen Mimi podcast, but on our radio show. We're talking topics and the Queen Mimi blog as well throughout the month. And today we're talking about going from a victim to a victor. A survivor story, whatever your story may be, of strength. And this episode is going to be for any and every woman that has ever felt broken, silenced, or underestimated. Our husband just asked us about that, or he talked to us about that before he left this morning to go to work. And we just sat here and smiled. We actually did. And you know what? We don't even care no more. We've been through hell and back. We've been to hell and back. We've seen hell and back. We're going through it right now. We just told y'all we're going through a lot right now. Mentally, physically, emotionally. We are exhausted and tired, but we still going. You understand what I'm saying? And we love it. Even when we was dead, we love when people underestimate us. So they think, and this is what he asked us. This is what he asked us. Like, baby, how does it feel? People thought you weren't going to amount to nothing. They didn't think you was going to be anything. They didn't think you was going to accomplish nothing or be successful without them. We talked about this before. Or be successful without them. That you was just stupid. You weren't worthy. You weren't good enough. We just sat there like we smiled. We love it because that just shows you don't know me like you thought you did. You just knew what I allowed you to know, what we exposed you to. You understand? What we wanted you to know. Sometimes we play stupid. Test you just to see what you're going to say, how you're going to treat us, how much you really love us, and how you're going to react. We're not as stupid as we look. We're nowhere near it. We had to learn a lot from when we was a little shorty, when we was a kid. We learned then how cold this world was and that it's not fair. It can change at any moment. That's one of the things we learned going into foster care. Can't remember how old we was exactly, but we know it was in elementary school. So we probably like around 10, 11 years old, something like that. But we learned that very young. So we had to learn a lot young, you know what I'm saying? Wanting to be with our family and, homesick and just mental, and we didn't understand nothing that was going on. But somehow we processed it. I don't know, but we understood we weren't home. Now our mom, she not a bad person. No, we all mess up, and we're not gonna speak bad about our moms. But we all went through it. I can't even imagine what she went through. You know what we're saying? But we just say all that to say we sat there and smiled because that's something that we're used to. We're used to people doubting us. We Stop acting surprised about this now. And that's why we keep doing everything that we're doing. We used to people not supporting us. We used to people leaving. We used to them not being there. We used to being let down. And this is sad to say, but we had to realize it. We used to the empty promises and broken dreams and what we gonna do when we get to this level, what we gonna do when we get there, nothing happens. We used to being broke, being struggling, not having much. This is probably the most, anything we got that we've ever had in our life. And that includes Islam too. So we used to it. We used to being down at the bottom, being counted out, being shunned out, being outcast, voted off the island, all that stuff. We used to it. So it don't even bother us or hurt us anymore. And I think we said this already, but something just triggered and snapped in us like, okay, cool. You still got to live your life and do what you want to do and do what you love to do and just be yourself. So we had to accept a lot, good and bad, different layers of ourselves that we was hiding and we was sugarcoating and we was minimizing to please, other people, being silenced, being talked to like we was a little child, like we had no voice, no opinion, like it didn't even matter what we was going through, how we felt, what we thought, none of that. It didn't matter. Loving so hard. We ain't perfect, but loving so hard and being broken by it. It can damn near kill you. We know it did for us. So all these things we've gotten used to. But the past couple of years, we've been working on dealing with that and changing that and letting go of it. And we have turned everything that was supposed to kill us, cut people off. We don't deal with them no more. Don't even care if we got kids with them. We don't deal with them no more. We don't even have a circle. We don't talk to nobody. And turned everything into music, modeling, podcasts, radio, writing, books. Now we working out, we working on ourselves, taking better care of ourselves, working on our natural look, growing out our hair and nails, everything that we've gone through. We're 40 now. And we are not where we want to be, but that's okay. We're not where we were, being stupid as hell, trying to people please. So that's what this episode is. You can turn whatever pain into your power, into your story, into your strength. I don't care what other people got to say. We not worry about that no more. We can't control them. You can't even worry about them, especially if they're not even checking on you. Like they're not even checking to see if you good, if you alive. They made it very clear they don't want to speak to you. Like, okay, get on in. We are not here for that. And if you the type like us, you always was there for everybody else and helping them out and giving them advice, so on and so forth, and they just didn't reciprocate, you get sick of that too. Good people even get tired of being good people. Know what I'm saying? They do to the wrong ones. And we pouring into y'all and nobody's pouring back into us. And that's something else we had to get used to. But that we know for a fact we can change. So we said, no, if you over the age of 18, we're not helping you with nothing no more. Don't call us for nothing. We're not going to call you because we don't need to. We get out here and work. Whatever happens, we adapt to it, get acclimated, get comfortable, bam. And we still keep moving, just like we doing now. So we're not going to need to call you. We're 40 years old. What the hell we look like calling somebody for some money or some help when we able-bodied to get out there and, doing on our own. So, yeah, we won't be calling you. But you under age 18, all that stuff, you can't really do what you need to do yet like our kids. We got you. But you a grown adult? No. Especially if you're not going to reciprocate. Know what I'm saying? We used to let that go and be like, we never wanted things in return of people to help us and do stuff for us. We was lying. We didn't know. We didn't know what the hell we were saying and what we was talking about at that time. And we never should have said that. Not that we looking for a reward, but we just looking for the same treatment that we give other people. And that's not too much to ask for, but it's like every time We promise y'all, we spoke up about it. We was the bad guy. Like we was just attacking these people, and we wasn't. We just was telling y'all our needs, what we wanted from y'all. Just wanted to love y'all and be there. Nobody ever wanted to listen. Y'all probably know they didn't care. They ain't ask. It wasn't even a thought. It wasn't even a thought at all. Like that's so damn sad. And people are so damn selfish. They just care about themselves. That's something else we've learned. So no matter what you got going on, sis, or whoever, here it is. You know what I'm saying? You can take that and turn it into, the best version of you, believe it or not. Every stone, every brick, every word that was said, you can still take it and turn it into the best version of yourself possible. Use it as motivation. Let it motivate you. Y'all don't think I'm amount to anything, just like we tell ourselves. Yeah, we do. You don't think I'm amount to anything? You don't think I'm gonna be nothing? You don't think I'm gonna succeed? You think I'm coming back for you? I'm doing all this to please you or whatever? Mm-mm. You don't think I'm pretty enough, or I'm skinny enough, or I'm smart enough, or wise enough? We know who we are and who we not. We know what we have and haven't done. We know this already. So what you got to say is irrelevant. It means nothing. It's insufficient. Yeah, all that. So um we don't care. We stop caring. That affects us so much. And for anybody that know what I'm talking about, you know. It affects you so much because your blood pressure go up, your heart rate go up, you go through this anxiety because you're worried about what other people gonna say, what they're gonna do. And it's just like, why? When they don't even care you alive. Why? You gotta worry about you. All that energy you taking and putting into other people, you got to take that and put it into yourself. And that's what we got to tell ourselves, especially coming up on our 40th birthday. Like we said, we're 40 now, but that's something we got to tell ourselves. Nah, you gotta take care of you. You gotta look out for you, and it's not selfish. We don't care what decision it is. People that say that, you the one being selfish. Because if you really love that person, you support them no matter what they do. You know what we saying? And don't make it what we mean, about you. It ain't about you. It's their life, their decision. Your opinion ain't gonna change their mind. It ain't gonna stop them. None of that. You know what we saying? And everybody, especially us right now, we already told y'all we going through our healing process. We are not completely out yet, but we still have hope. And we had to realize we are never gonna be perfect. We mess up every day. Yes, even under Islam, we mess up every day. We're not perfect just because we Muslim. No, we're still a human being, just like anybody else is. You know what we're saying? So we have to check ourselves and correct ourselves every day. So we never gonna be perfect, but we know we can be better. We know it's up to us, nobody else. We can have all support and love in the world, or we don't have none at all. But regardless, it's up to us. And we know what we want. We're not finna beg nobody. We're not finna call nobody, ask nobody. Our phone been off, but hell, we don't even care. Even if it was on right now, we still wouldn't be asking nobody for nothing. We don't call nobody and tell them our business. Why? Can you help us? You gonna give us some righteous advice? Or not? You're just gonna run your mouth, go talk about it. So we had to learn to keep our mouth shut. We learned so much from other people. The number one thing we've learned is not to be like them. Like we said, we are not seeking perfection anymore. We just seeking a better life. So it's nothing personal, ain't no grudge, ain't nobody bitter, none of that. But we're not seeking that no more. We don't want to be nothing like y'all. We want to be better and have the best life possible. If we got to do it for ourselves, so be it. But it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what we're saying? Our story, it's crazy as hell. And it starts out very early because we went through a lot as a child. Um, we talking about victims and stuff, but I don't really like to use that word because it just says that you just accepted and you took a lot and you didn't really know like what you was getting yourself into. Like you can never get out of it. And when we say victim, people have done things to you, they done wronged you, hurt you, abused you, so on and so forth. So we understand. I don't know. We just hear that word, and this just me. This just me, y'all. We just hear that word, and we hear weakness. We hear no backbone. We hear like you're not gonna stand up for yourself, and you can't defend yourself. Like you just little feeble, little weak, little noodle. Like you just gonna let people treat you like a doormat and walk all over you. And that's what we hear when we hear that word. But we understand what it means, though, because people, do things to you, they wrong you. This is how they see you and they self too. So let's not forget that. But I don't know. We just look at it in a different aspect, and we hope that makes sense. But we still have a story. That's how we prefer to look at it. Our story. The things we've been through, what we experienced, what we learned. So we look at it a different way from being a victim. We all have been through stuff. We got our story. Pretty sure y'all got yours, and we just tell it in the most honest way possible. It's not to put nobody on blast or talk about them, but we do have a story. We've had so many points in our life where we were at our lowest point and feeling like we ain't never gonna get out. This is it. We deserve it. What we gonna do? Go out here and be on our own? We actually was afraid of that, and we'll admit it. We was. That's one of the reasons why we stayed in these abusive relationships we had no business being in, because we like, what the hell am I gonna do? I ain't got no car, I ain't got no money. Like, how am I just gonna leave and start over on my own? And we learn now that you just got to do it. However, we ain't had no plan. We do now, but back then we was like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why we stayed around, even being in horrible, horrible, unsafe situations, unsafe people, unsafe relationships, hotels, just bouncing around, moving everywhere, being around the wrong crowd, getting on addiction, just mental health, all of them. We remember so many times being down on the floor crying, like, why me? What the hell did I do to deserve this? All I wanted to do was love them. And they taking me through all this trauma and pain I didn't even ask for. Like, we got to a point where we did try to take our own life, and we checked ourselves into a mental institution. That's why we understood what our daughter was going through. We just wish she had said something. So we understand completely. This life will knock you on your behind and have you like, I can't do this no more. I'ma just check out. Enough is enough. Like, how much can one person take? We had to ask ourselves that, and being there and trying to take our own life, we had to realize, like, you here for a reason. I know it's effed up right now, but you here for a reason. Emotionally, we was drained. Mentally, we was being so mean to ourselves and just being so unkind to ourselves. Spiritually, we was following the wrong religion anyway. Now we got the right one, but spiritually, we was just disconnected, period. And it was horrible. uh Horrible years. We didn't think we was gonna get out. We really didn't. We saw ourselves so weak back then. Now that we had a chance to really sit and look back, we saw ourselves so weak back then, so small. And we was doing our little modeling and shows and working and stuff, but that's not what we wanted to do. We was living basically with one foot in the door and one foot out the door, because we were staying with other people because this lame dude we was with. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't provide, couldn't do nothing. And that had to be one of the biggest downfalls of our life. Like, a grown man, you can't provide or take care of the woman you say you love and, her children. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So we got disappointed and let down in the most brutal ways possible. And nobody till this day has apologized, but we let go. But we know now they going to get what's coming to them. Karma is going to be a beat. That's what people don't realize. And going through all that, we just saw ourselves on pins and needles, fear, doubt, completely losing ourselves. We had no clue who the hell we were. We did the back and forth, the inside out, the up and down, just going through all the motions, all of them. And it was not pretty. We was yelling at the top of our lungs because we were so angry. We were so disappointed. And we still love these people. Gave them chance after chance after chance. Forgave again and again and again. Because that's how much we loved them. But they just could not reciprocate. They could not give it back to us. We don't even know why they bothered us, why our family didn't cut us off a long time ago. But everything had to happen. But it hurt like hell. And we just being honest. It hurt like hell. You would think the people closest to you would never, ever treat you like that. You wouldn't think for a minute that your family would turn their back on you, or somebody that says they love you would beat on you or put their hands on you and then make it your fault. These are people that you're supposed to trust and be able to rely on and depend on, especially like we already said, when you constantly make yourself available for them. We didn't know. We did not know. We were nowhere near prepared for all the BS we was going to go through, for all that trauma, all that pain and stuff we didn't ask for. We had no idea what to do, where to go, who we were, who to turn to. We had nobody. And that's another reason why we stayed. Like, what we going to do? How we going to make it out here by ourselves? I think it was in our 20s when we was going through all this. Into our early 30s. Because around 34, 35, we started learning Islam. So a lot of years, we had to learn a lot. We don't believe that time was wasted. I know that's going to sound crazy, but we don't. Because we learned some things. Number one, like we said, it's never ever be like those people. Never. Actually help somebody and love them and be there for them. And if you can't, just separate. Just go your own way. Let them go their way. No hard feelings. If that's not what you want or who you want, like we said, it's our life. It's your life. It's our decision. Your decision. That's it. No matter what nobody else says, and people are going to try to talk you out of it because they don't want you to do something. But if we go out here and we make a bad decision and we mess up, we got to take it like a woman. We made that decision, right? But these are things that we went through, and we didn't see ourselves nowhere near strong, nowhere near powerful, none of that. We was relying on other people. We thought they was going to come in and just magically, like a little fairy tale, change our life. And them movies messed us up. I don't know about y'all, but them damn fairy tale movies have you thinking somebody gonna come in. Yeah, you got to go through some hell, but then you're gonna live a happily ever after in a big, nice house with the husband and the kids. No, none of that happened. That's not the real world. Don't get us wrong. We know they're movies, they entertain, they got a message behind them, whatever it may be, but that is nothing like the real world. And a lot of ladies that been through what we've been through, you understand what we're talking about. It's not like that. A lot of us wind up being our own Prince Charming and saving ourselves, and we wake up and start taking care of ourselves and get our glow up started. We start locking in and opening our eyes. We know we did. Boy, look at here. Woo-hoo! We opened our eyes. This is on me, man. I got to get out here and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens on the side, with our family, whatever, cool. But regardless, we still got to have our own. We never really like asking nobody for anything anyway. So working is something that's going to be mandatory for us. We've learned, like we just said, through experience, can't rely on a lot of people. Can't rely on anybody. We at the point now where we don't rely on nobody but Allah. Yeah, we said it. That's the only person we know ain't gonna let us down, ain't gonna lead us wrong. The only person we talk to about any and everything we go through. And we making it through, bit by bit. So, and I'm personal nobody, but we just, whew, we was gone. We was gone. And We wish we could just step outside of our body like an out of body experience and just tell ourselves, look, you got this, okay? You're going to be all right. Just hang in there. You are worthy. You are loved. I know they not doing it, but you are worthy. You are loved. You are here for a reason. You are a queen. You just have to believe in yourself and love yourself and do what you got to do to get out of this. You don't deserve this. They're going to get what's coming to them. You shouldn't even be going through this, but you will heal. And we've healed from all that already. We're going through our healing process of what we're going through now. So all that's gone. We just telling y'all what we went through. But yeah, we could tell ourselves, first off, don't bother these people. Don't even get with these people. And you'll save yourself from a lot of trauma and pain. Yeah, that's the first thing we would tell ourselves. But since we was already going through it, you're going to be all right. You are a lot stronger and a lot smarter, and you deserve so much better. And after everything we done sacrificed and helped people with and everything we done gone through, we finna get what's coming to us. But ours is gonna be in a righteous, positive, good way. And we still gonna help other people that that want to be helped. Like we said, we are not gonna be like the people that abused us and hurt us and did just unnecessary. It wasn't even called for. We are not gonna be like that. We don't want our heart to change. Um, at least as far as being evil. We're saying just doing people wrong for no reason. We rather just leave you alone at this point because that revenge just we're not doing that. Absolutely not. Um it don't help nobody. It don't change nothing in the end. Everybody winds up losing because everybody's gonna keep hurting each other. And it's one of the reasons why we got to start speaking to a lot of people until what we're saying. It ain't nothing left. You know what I'm saying? And then you wind up not speaking over something that can easily be changed. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can easily apologize, make it right. But, a lot of people won't. And ain't nothing we can do about that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that when we come back from the break. But we wish we could have told ourselves a lot more. We was telling ourselves, being so unkind, telling ourselves unnecessary things that we should have never said, but we didn't know. We didn't know. And we wish we could have just hugged ourselves and just pat ourselves on the back like you still here, you still standing, you still strong. We hated that weak person we was. We don't even like her anymore. We don't want to be her anymore. It didn't help with our life. It didn't help us be better. We was so young and immature and naive. And we not talking down about ourselves, but we just were. We didn't know. Nobody was telling us how to do things the right way or, stay on the right path, save money, love ourselves, motivation, positivity, all that stuff. Nobody was giving us that advice. How could they? They weren't even doing it for themselves. And we're looking for other people to do that. So we had to learn a lot. And we still are. We still are. But we know a hell of a lot better now. We damn sure do, and we gonna make sure we do better. Now we know, like we said, it's up to us. We gonna be unstoppable. We got some obstacles and some hurdles we still have to get over, but we will. It's not gonna be about perfection. Um, we're not in a race. You know what we're saying? We still have hope, and of course, we still got our faith. If we ain't got nothing else, we still got our hope, and we still have our faith in ourselves. So we are now in the fighter stage and the victor stage and turning our pain. And we hope y'all doing the same thing into whatever power we can, into the most fierce, beautiful, confident, loving, still kind. We're not taking the bull, direct and honest and authentic version of ourselves. And it's getting closer and closer Everything's happened slowly but surely. But as long as we keep going, we gonna get there. Oh yeah, we definitely will. We believe in ourselves. We've been through too much and suffered too much to not get to that point. And if we ain't learned nothing by now, well, I guess we just ain't gonna get it. But we can promise you we have. And we are tired of being sick and tired and being sick and tired. So we about to get out here and get it. We got a lot to do and we got a lot to get done, but we gonna get there. And it's not even to be spiteful, be mean. We not getting no get back, no lick back. We not even worried or thinking about nobody else right now. This is for us. Our apology to ourselves for so many things, and now we making it right. So the people that want to be a part of it, cool. You don't, cool. No hard feeling, but we got to live our life too. Do what we need to do for ourselves too, and that's what we're gonna do. And it's not selfish, like we said. For anybody that tell you that, they don't care. They just want what they want for you. That's it. That's all. So what we're going to do is take our first break, y'all, and play some music, and we will be back on the Queen Mimi podcast on our Sunday Positivity Talk. right, everybody, and just like that, we are back on the Queen Mimi podcast on our Sunday Positivity Talk. And for those that are just joining us, we're talking about going from being a victim to being a victor, sharing our story, so on and so forth. And now we're going to talk about the turning point, which is our favorite part to talk about. We've mentioned this numerous times on all our shows. The major turning point for us after all the hell, all the trauma, all the pain, all the cheating, all the lies, the beating, the domestic violence, abuse, all that child abuse, foster care, homelessness, our whole life. After everything we've gone through, after Atlanta, because that was like the worst of the worst. We will never go back there or never live there again. We don't care. You can call us a coward, weak, whatever. Never again. The only way you can get us a touchdown there is if you paying us. That's it. But other than that, nah, we would never be going back there. But after going through all that, the turning point for us was finally waking up and realizing that we was worth fighting for. That's something we did not realize, we didn't grasp, and we didn't catch it. Going through everything we was going through because everybody kept showing us that we wasn't worth fighting for. They just walked away. F you. I don't want to talk. Threw their hands up. Just treated us like garbage. They swear they changed our life and helped us and all that, but they treat us like straight garbage. No. We felt so powerless and all that pain we was going through that nobody ever asked us about. Our kids asked every now and then, but majority didn't ask us about it. So the day we realized that we had power and we weren't powerless anymore was the day our pain went away. That victim mentality went away. That I can't fight back BS went away. The day we decided, I'm going to fight for my damn life. I'm not finna die for y'all. That we are worthy. That we are loved. The day we decided to accept Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings was the turning point for us. We woke up, we claimed our own, started studying Islam. Yes, we are a proud follower of Islam. We are a Muslim woman. That was the day the turning point happened for us. Our last relationship before we accepted Islam was horrible. This guy was an oppressor, a dictator, two-faced, cheater, liar, abuser, fake image, think he was the you know what. Could nobody tell him nothing. Just use us like a maid, like his slave. Be a porn star, cook, clean, go to work, help him with bills, deal with his trauma, cook. We never rested. We never got any rest. We was always on the damn go dealing with him. And it was always about something he had to do. It was about his life, especially when he was going through stuff. This nigga is a straight pussy. I don't care what you say. It was always about him and what he was going through. We couldn't speak up. We didn't have no voice. We didn't have no opinion. It was like we was just there to just cater to him. And we got tired of it. And then after about 2 years, almost, we was told that we didn't do nothing for this person. You know how many times we heard that dealing with people? Like, really? You know how we being treated that way now, like we ain't never did nothing for nobody. All because we've been gone a few years. Because we wanted to make things better and, take care of ourselves and get ourselves right. Because we ain't do what other people wanted. And don't get us started with that. This fool turned into a straight 3-year-old temper tantrum whenever they didn't get their way. It was like, are you serious? You. No, they were not playing. It was all about them. And we finally stood up for ourselves. And after they told us, we never did nothing for them. And we know we did. We got receipts and proof. Trust us. We was just like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm not doing this no more. You want to be miserable. You want somebody to be your damn mama. I'm not her. Go find somebody else. Go find weaker. We had to learn that we're going to forever be the problem because we won't let people treat us the way they want to treat us. Because we actually stand for something. We got a backbone. We got a voice. We walk with clarity. We walk with precision. Oh, no, people don't like that. We walk like we worth it, like we love ourselves. We hold our head up. We see through people's BS. They don't like that. You can talk about us all you want because people always like, how would you feel if I said something? Talk. If it's gonna make you feel better, talk. Ain't gonna be none we ain't already heard, none we ain't already went through it. We can check ourselves, unlike you. So what you got? And be prepared when you're done, because we're gonna fire back. Yeah, all that stuff. But going through all that in Atlanta, that was it. It was like you need to do something. And this was way before we had got with our husband. Then we had met him a year prior to coming to Indiana finally. And we were supposed to come up there then, but we chickened out, got scared, fear, all that good stuff, and we didn't go. And I think it had been a while since we had talked to him because we had let him know. I think the one time the dude had put his hands on us, we had called him and let him know because he reached out to us on Facebook about doing music. So that's how we met. And we got back together with dude, stupid, and we had talked to him. So when I think it was 3 times this nigga put his hands on us. Yeah, about 3 times. After the third time, we was like, yeah, we done. We hit our husband up. We still wasn't together yet. Is that offer still good for us to come up here to Indiana? We had our oldest son with us at the time. Yeah, we couldn't. We got out of Atlanta so fast. We could not get out of Atlanta faster than what we did. We was gone. Think like probably about like a week after we left the dude. We was gone. Didn't tell nobody. We just bounced. We paid for us to fly there. We ain't look back. That was it. It was like we tired of being a good person to people that don't appreciate it. We know we not perfect. We know we have our little layers to us and all this stuff. We know that, but we can still, have a good heart and like still be a good person. Like we don't deserve this. A lot of y'all want weaker. Y'all don't like the fact that we growing and we evolving and we finna pass y'all and we want to do better and we want to just not live a simple, small, mediocre life. Yet people don't like that. So that it, something clicked, something changed, and we like, I got to get out of this. We sitting here after we left through like how many times you finna keep putting yourself through this and getting with these weak little boys that not gonna do nothing for you. They don't want to help you. If they did, they would have. If he wanted to, if they wanted to, they would have. So we was like, how many times you finna keep going through this? How many times you finna keep suffering, giving yourself more trauma? We're not saying what they did to you wasn't wrong. It was dead wrong, and they're gonna pay for it. But you see its behavior, and you keep accepting this. So how many times you gonna keep doing this to yourself? How many? So that's what had to change in us. That's one of the reasons why we accepted Islam. Some had to change. And over the past 4 years, that's what we've been doing. Studying, learning, training, getting better, letting things go. Our past was erased, got a righteous name, different person now. Because we realized the stuff that we was doing, the people that we was around, and like we said, it ain't nothing personal. People take stuff so personal. It's not even about you. What we're saying, wasn't helping us. We wasn't getting no better. You know what we're saying? And it wasn't instant. You know what we're saying? We still working on things. But we had to gradually learn, like over time, like you got to do better. You better than this. You are a hell of a lot better than this. You smarter than this. You are beautiful. You got a lot going for yourself. Anybody would be lucky to even have your energy or your presence around them. And all they did was abuse it. So that internal shift, everything that happened with us was like, change. It's time for a change. It's time for you to do something different. You are not powerless like you think you are. Yeah, you're going through pain. We're going through it right now, but You're not powerless. You're not weak. You are stronger than you think. You just surrounded by the wrong people. You're not supposed to be here. You're not dumb enough for these people. They can't manipulate you or get one over on you. So that's why it's not working. You're not weak. They want less. Let them go find less. We don't regret ending any of our relationships. None. Because we thought it thoroughly and looked at all angles, all aspects, good, bad, pros, cons. And of course, we stayed around longer than we should have. So when it was time to finally leave, we had no regrets. We would do it all over again because we are not powerless. We are not who other people say we are because you don't like us for you can't have us or you can't be us. Because remember, when people talk about you, it's for two reasons. It's a man that can't have you or a woman that can't be you. So even if you did mess up, at least you fixing it. At least you making them changes and you acknowledged it and you doing better with your life. At least you understood that. A lot of people ain't never even gonna get there. They think nothing they do is wrong, that nothing's gonna come back to them. But remember, they're living a crappy life right now. We can promise you that they are not living good. It's gonna look good because they gonna perpetrate, lies, try to get up under your skin, all that good stuff. It's gonna look good. But remember, they gonna die for what they did, especially people that put their hands on us. And if any of y'all experience that, it's gonna be payback for what they did. It's gonna look good for them right now because they ain't gonna see it coming. They are not gonna see it coming. That's the part we're gonna love the most. But you did it to yourself. So what you want us to do? Well, we had to go through all that mindset. We had to go through all that shit. Like, no, it's time for you to fight back. You need to heal. It's time to move forward. Oh, and speaking of that, we was holding on. We was holding grudges. We ain't even finna lie to y'all because we knew people was lying. Not because we wanted revenge or we wanted to get back. We knew people was lying on us. We knew they was flat out lying. Hell, they know they was flat out lying. But I guess it's better than saying I put my hands on her, I did her wrong, right? We all know that. They know they was lying. We know they was lying. So that was the real reason why we was holding a grudge and wasting time trying to explain, be understood, or y'all don't want to hear my side, you don't want to listen to me. Just we was angry. And we ain't got no problem admitting that. We were angry because we was being done so dirty and we know we a good person. We know we didn't deserve that. They know that. So that was the part that we really had to do. We had to move forward and let go. Look at them and look at you. Look at where they at. Look at where you at. This the only time you need to compare yourself is when you doing better. Look at where you at and look at where they at. Look at the life they live and look at everything they got going on. Like we said, it's gonna look good, but it's gonna be a lot they not gonna tell you. Yeah, but you can see it. In their diet, their health, the way they look, their house, their lifestyle, all that. You can tell their emotion, everything. You can tell you ain't got to say nothing. You just keep focusing on you. But moving forward, that was the biggest thing for us. One of the biggest. We had to heal. Look, it is what it is. And we decided to fight back and wake up and save our life. Honey, changed our diet, started exercising, working out. We was always writing and just had to reflect on our role with everything and what happened to us. We had to look at every single aspect, take responsibility. Look, we ignored the red flags. We looked over the little BS they was doing because we loved them and all that. We accepted behavior we never should have accepted, stayed around longer than what we should have, and we had to fight back and heal. And okay, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You didn't know. And that's something we're going to keep saying over and over because people are going to bring up your past. Yeah, all that. But yeah, we had to forgive ourselves for that. So that's why we say everything we're doing now. This is basically our apology. And us forgiving ourselves and we going for everything they said we couldn't have. So keep doubting. Keep thinking we ain't gonna make it. We ain't even trying to be Hollywood. We don't want to be a part of that. But we gonna make it in our own lane, in our own way. That's what we gonna do. So we had to move forward. Leave them where they at. They gonna get what's coming to them. You move forward, and especially this year, we started working out and staying consistent with it. We seeing results. We looking good. We still got a long way to go, but at least we on that path. We want to be the most fierce, most strongest, most powerful, beautiful, confident version of ourselves ever. And we got to put in work to do that. And we ain't got nothing to prove. And like we said, we're not doing nothing out of spite. But we love ourselves now. And yeah, we finna let it show. So we working on our wardrobe, exercise, especially our inner finances, every area of our life we working on. And everything gonna take time, but it's gonna be because we love ourselves, we know what we want, we're not finna beg or sit around and wait. No, we are not enough of that. So it's time to move forward. And we are still healing from what we're going through now. The only time we talk about our past is to motivate, inspire, uplift, encourage. But now, yeah, we healing from things we're going through right now because we're going through some stuff right now. Yeah, even under Islam, we still go through things. So we still healing and we moving forward from that. But now, the bright side, we know how to do it the righteous way. No grudges, no anger, no resentment, no bitterness. Nah, we never been bitter. People think we are because we don't want to deal with them, but we not a bitter type person. We are AYBL for those that do not know. I don't know if we said that already, but we are. Once we are done with you, like done, we don't care what you got going on. We are not bitter. We will block you from social media, block you from our phone. Get on. Just nah, we ain't never been better. But nothing we doing now is we love ourselves. And nothing we doing is for anybody else. You know what we saying? Our faith, self work, two of the things that we doing along with the long list of other things we got going on. And that those are the two things that helped. You know what we're saying? Therapy, setting boundaries, realizing our purpose and why we here and what's really important. Yeah, we working on all that. And those things are helping. And we remind ourselves every day. And no, it ain't gonna be instant. Nothing we doing is, like we said, our workout, saving, wardrobe, everything we doing is gonna take time. We just got to be patient. Process over perfection. You are not in a race. You are not in a competition. Okay? You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. So, being a victor, we are never going to be perfect. We cannot say that enough. But we can be as powerful and as fierce as we want to be. Like we already said, we have to forgive ourselves, have compassion for ourselves. We set these boundaries and we sticking with it. We say affirmations. We read affirmations every day on our phone. Like we just said, we understand and realize our purpose now and it has completely changed. You understand? We have this app on both our phones called I Am. All you gotta do is go to the Apple Store, I think the Google Play Store, type in I Am. That app is gonna come up. Download it. You can read affirmations off of it every day. So you don't need nobody to say nothing positive to you. You can read it and say it to yourself. You can heal yourself. We write poetry. We start off in a journal, and we think we might do that. No, actually, no, take that back. I was about to say something. We do a journal on our phone. Yeah, we do a journal on our phone every week, and we recap what we went through in every aspect and all that. So that's how we vent. It's something private we do for ourselves. We don't let nobody else hear it. And that's how we keep track of everything that we've gone through or we accomplished, grade ourselves, get ourselves a pat on the back. If we failed at something, we need to talk about, whatever. So we still do a journal as well. You know what we're saying? Our whew, surviving. Our surviving story has taught us a lot about our own power. We have learned so much about ourselves. We really have. Our pros and cons, what we will and what we won't accept. And this just a few examples. Um, who we are and who we not. What we good at, what we not good at. Who we want to be. We learn to cut people off and we can stand strong on our own, which we really not. You know, we're saying we can be ourselves, accept the crazy, accept the A-wipe, accept the heartless, you know, when we need to be, but still have a good heart. Um, that we strong. That's the biggest thing for us. We can be strong, fierce, and powerful, and still be modest. You understand? We're saying we can still be modest and be meek, and be humble and be calm. And the biggest thing for us is shutting up, and that's something we learn how to do. Shut your mouth. You ain't got to respond and answer everything. And even if you do, stand on what you said. Long as you ain't insulting nobody, you ain't belittling them, you ain't talking down to them, and it's the truth. It's the truth. Most importantly, stand on what you said. Be who you are. We ain't gonna be everybody's cup of tea, which is fine because we like wine and champagne anyway, and we do. We do. So, it is what it is. We're not gonna please everybody. Be ourselves. Every aspect. Down to the way we look. Like she always dressed up, she always look confident and all that. Cause we A1. We see ourselves like we 40. Like we still gonna be, classy and beautiful and sexy, but we can still be modest. We working on our wardrobe, trust us. And it's about to get cold too, so it's gonna be the perfect time to be working out. Getting the body, waist, all that stuff. And we still gonna be modest while we doing it. Get our wardrobe, get ready for next year. Bam. Every time you see us, I don't even care if we're doing DoorDash or not. Probably when we're doing DoorDash, we won't be we still gonna be looking nice, but we're gonna be getting in and out the car. So yeah, we, we got it. Yeah, we're getting the whole schedule with everything together. Or trust and believe. So you see us, and it's gonna show from the inside out, and we ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? Um, Honoring everything that we done overcame and everything we done been through. Hell yeah. What you mean? You gotta see yourself as that girl or that dude. You understand what we're saying? You don't need no approval or no blessing from nobody else, man. You really don't. You be who you are. Long as you ain't out here being the dick and you ain't out here being the you know what. Long as you ain't out here wronging nobody, using nobody, you confident, you stand on what you say, you stand for something, you got the truth, you good. Don't be afraid to be dolo solo. Don't be afraid to be on your own. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. They need people around them. We don't. We can speak for ourselves. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna be no statistic. We are a survivor. We are healing. We are finally standing up and standing strong on what we believe in. We have learned so much about our own power. It's like we are a staying on superhero. Y'all done seen all the movies. Y'all done seen them. Superhero got to overcome everything they go through. They got 1,001 things going on in their life. People doubting them. You know what I'm saying? Last person you would ever think will become one. But they find their inner power, their inner strength, their abilities. You know what we saying? And they rise up and they understand the assignment. And not only do they understand the assignment, they accept the assignment with a smile on their face. Be like, yep, I'm ready to be a villain. I'm ready to be the bad person. I'm ready to be different. I'm ready to wake up. Let's go. That's what we said. On my face with that. We'll be whatever y'all say. But if that means we stand for something and you can't run all over us and manipulate us, we actually believe and we stand on or stand on business, all that, cool. We'll be that. At least you know we ain't weak. At least you know now we ain't no pushover. So by honoring what we've overcome is letting go of the past. Because it is what it is. You can't go back. You can't change it. Why even worry about it? You can't control other people. Why not? Why worry about it? Shit, you can honor what you overcome. You ain't gotta hold on to it. Just like with us, one thing we want to do with our story is first off, we writing a book about our life. It's our second book. We got one book on Amazon right now, and we're working on our second book about different chapters from our life to hopefully inspire and uplift, encourage and motivate. So that's one thing we're doing. Another thing we want to start doing next year is getting into public speaking and sharing our story because we got so many topics we can talk about. So get out there and share your story. That's one way you can honor that. Even if you ain't getting in public speaking, you can get on social media. Don't share all your business, but just do some like positivity, motivation, a little bit about what you done been through, but don't put all your business out there. But yeah, you can honor that and by being better too, sharing your story and by being better, cutting ties, letting go, setting boundaries, becoming brand new. Because you're gonna have to get rid of the old version of yourself. You're gonna have to. You can't carry both into being a new person. You got to get rid of that old version. You got to. You know what I'm saying? So that's a couple ways you can't honor yourself. You are not the same person you were, and that's something we got to remind ourselves of. We are not the same person we was hell 8, 9 years ago, let alone 4 or 5 years ago. We are not, and you know what? We don't even care. We are happy because, like we said, we hated her. That's why it was mandatory for us to change. It had to happen. We hated her. We love who we becoming now. We see the vision, all that stuff. Like, we hated her. She's about to have us so dang on weak and stupid out here with our tongue all out, nose wide open. We don't even know why. Good Lord. We hated her. Never going back. Absolutely not. We know other people that said that before us, but they was weak as hell. They wasn't ready. And obviously they ain't been through enough. We know we have. So we sick and tired. Or we can say we got sick and tired. Shoot. Y'all ain't been through enough. Either that, you just weak. You shouldn't have signed up for the assignment. So, and we talked about this with our husband. Whether or not we stay with him, we still finna keep fighting. Nah, we done been through too much. We done made too many changes. No, this ain't for y'all approval. This is our life. You know what we saying? So, we are not the same person we was when we was broken, hurt, being abused. No, we done changed. We can honestly say we have changed a lot. And we are so proud of ourselves. We seeing the results now. We're a couple years in. Still new, but we seeing the results and we love them. We can only imagine we keep going how we gonna be in another 4 or 5 years. All we got to do is keep going. We are stronger now, we are wiser, and we more rooted in who we are. We understand even better now, becoming wiser, who we are, why we're here, what our purpose is. Like we said, our strengths, our cons, our weaknesses, ups and downs, the different layers that we have, all that. We understand that now. And we understand, like we said, what's important. And we mean what's really important in life. So, yeah. It's not about denying any pain or about denying anything you've been through, but you can redefine yourself. You absolutely can. It's up to you. We don't care what you done been through. Like I said, we do. But we basically saying by that, you can overcome it. We don't care what it is. We don't care how bad you feel like you done messed up or how down and out you think you are. It's going to be up to you. You can have 1,000 people supporting you, or you can have none. It's still going to be up to you. Redefine your life. Redefine who you are. You can reset, restart, and refresh as many times as you need. We doing it. When you get that one little niche and you find it, okay, this is it right here. Let's go with this. But redefine yourself. Like you said, we 40 years old. We starting over. We starting over with our life. And yeah, we redefine ourselves too in every area. Because it's time. You know what we're saying? Time ain't waiting. Life ain't waiting. Man, come on now. We got to get it together. And we do. Like we said, we're not talking down about ourselves, but we do. You know, we're in the victory stage. We're in the forgiving ourselves stage. We're in the this is my apology because I knew I deserved better. Now we're finna activate and we already locked in stage. So nah, we are not playing no more. Your story doesn't end in survival. That's where it really begins. All that bull crap you went through, that's over with. That's done. Leave them where they at. They're gonna get what's coming to them. It's called karma. Karma. They're gonna get what's coming to them. So you ain't got to worry about that. It begins there. You are not what happened to you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your pain. You are not your weaknesses that you think you have. You are not what other people say about you because they don't even love themselves. You understand what we're saying? You are what you decide to become. Whatever path you take, whatever decisions you make, you decide that. So you can take your life and allow it to make you better or bitter. Like we said, we ain't never been the bitter type. So we gonna go with the better option. Yeah, all that. We want to see what we gonna become. We know we have this vision, but Allah has His own as well. So we want to see what we're gonna become. And the only way we can do that is if we keep going, keep working, stay consistent, do whatever we can do, even if we can't get everything done. Say that again. Even if we can't get everything done, we're gonna do what we can. Go easy on ourselves, have compassion, be patient. We're not in no race, no competition. When we get there, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna get there. That's it. That's all. You are who you decide to become. You ain't got to rely on nobody, wait for nobody. Time ain't waiting. Life ain't waiting. You got to get out there and get it. To all my queens out there, all my ladies, keep shining. Fellas, you keep doing the same thing. So we're gonna give a shout out to everybody. So yeah. Keep shining. Shine bright. They not gonna like it. And when you hear about that, I don't care if you're male or female, do a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little petty moment. I don't even care. Yeah, do more. Oh, you don't like the fact that I look good? Make sure you look good every time they see you then. Make sure you look good every time they see you, baby. You got kids, always buy them something. Now we have a little petty moment. Just do it. Keep shining. Show them, yeah, I'm doing good without you. I'm doing better. You ain't got to prove nothing. Even if you don't ever see these people again, keep shining. Keep doing you. Keep rising. Keep elevating. Keep growing. We want to see what's going to happen with us. We already said that a second ago, but we want to see what's going to happen with us. And if we stop, we ain't never going to know. So we want to see what the result going to be. That's why we said, forget y'all, F all that. No, we don't put in too much time, too much work. We don't been through too much. We know what it's like to be broken. We know what it's like to feel like you alone. We know it's not fun at all. And it changes you into a person you never thought you would be capable of becoming. But for us, it worked out. Pretty sure it worked out for y'all too. And that's a good thing. It worked out for us. So, and it's going to get even better. No matter where we go, what we do, whatever, we already know. We ain't got to keep saying it. We don't. So, yeah, all them good things. We are so much better, y'all. And we are so proud of ourselves that we are not there no more, not going through that. And we good, man. We good. And we're going to continue to stay that way. So, yeah, we are a survivor. We're not going to stop. We can't stop. We're a soldier. We don't die. We keep going. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to tell y'all too. Keep going. Let them talk. You can't stop them. You keep doing what you're doing. Especially when people don't know all the hell you had to go through and everything you had to go through to get there. Just to feel like you want to look good and love yourself and take care of yourself. People don't even know. They don't ask. They just start hating. So you know what? Whatever. You have no idea what we went through to get here, just to get to a point we can love ourselves without approval, cut people off, set boundaries. You have no idea, because we were not always like this. But you know what? It's cool. We know you ain't gonna ask. You ain't gonna find out. You're just gonna hate. So keep hating. But we're gonna keep doing what we got to do over here. So you keep all that, over there where you at. We good over here. Yeah, all that good stuff. So yes, y'all, we go ahead and take our last break, play some more music, come back, give you guys all our social media where you can catch the Queen Mimi podcast and our other shows as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And like we said, we gotta get out here and get to work. Yeah, we got stuff to do. So we will be back, you guys, on our Sunday Positivity Talk. right to y'all, and just like that, we are back on the Queen Mimi podcast on our Sunday Positivity Talks. Like we said, we're gonna give you guys all our social media to where you can check out our shows, the Queen Mimi podcast, and of course Queen Mimi radio show. We're talking topics and the Queen Mimi blog as well. First and foremost, you can catch us this Sunday and every Sunday live on the Queen Mimi podcast on our Sunday Positivity Talk live, 8:30 a.m. every Sunday Central Standard Time. We talk about positivity, motivation, and resilience. Hosted by yours truly, Queen Mimi, a musician and advocate who has overcome significant challenges. Our podcast talks about different topics like mental health, domestic violence awareness, and of course, personal growth. So we hope you guys come and hang out with us each and every Sunday morning on that show. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, all our social media, the Queen Mimi Podcast, LinkedIn, Queen Mimi, Twitch, Queen Candy 85. TikTok, the Queen Mimi Podcast, Clubhouse, Queen Mimi 77, and of course over on Red Note as well under Queen Mimi. And our Twitch schedule, we go live on that platform as well. Same time, every show, y'all, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Queen Mimi Podcast every Sunday, radio every Tuesday. We're talking topics every Thursday, and Queen Mimi blog every Friday. Like we said, same time, you guys, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, you guys. So yeah, y'all come over there, subscribe to all our platforms. We'll follow you back, all them good things. And of course, you can catch all of our shows on all podcast streaming platforms: Anchor, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, just to name a few. And we are in the process, we're in the studio right now, writing and producing new music that we will be working on probably next month and during December as well. And we're going to have that ready for 2026. Working on our second album. That's going to be our first one in about, good Lord, I think 7, 8 years. So we're going to be putting our music on all music streaming platforms, including spoken word, which is I Am, Soul Survivor, National Anthem, and Selfish. So you can catch those 4 songs on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Now you can go to our SoundCloud as well under Queen Mimi, and you can listen, review, share, like, comment on our first album, which is called Pain, Purpose, and Survival. So yeah, it's gonna be our second album in about 6, 7 years. Since we released that when it was like 2018, 2019, somewhere up in there. So it's been a couple years, but we got new music coming. And once we release that, everything's gonna be up under the same platform under Queen Mimi. So we're gonna rebrand that, refine that, all that good stuff. And we're gonna have everything under one platform. But you can go under Miss Candy and check out our 4 songs that's available on all music streaming platforms, you guys. And we thank you in advance, all them good things. So yes, that is pretty much it for today, y'all. We finna go ahead and get out of here, get ready, get our day started. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, take care of yourself out there, and remember, you are not your past, you are not your mistakes. We are here and now, so let's move forward. You got power over your life, nobody else does. So get out there and live the best one you possibly can. Yeah, all them good things. So yes, you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. Have a good week. We'll talk to you guys Tuesday on the Queen Mimi Radio Show. And y'all have a good one.